So I'm sure many of you, I see many new faces, and I'm sure, not you, I'm sure many people have come also because they are interested in Kriya, right? Otherwise I don't think people will take so much trouble to come here, because they think some magic is going to happen with Kriya. We take Kriya, go back, and we are flying in the air immediately. Well, unfortunately it doesn't happen that way, but we'll come to Kriya, okay? So, you know that, right?
Yes.
We attempted to fly. Good old friend. So, what we are going to do is first theoretically figure out, I don't want to make tall claims for Kriya, first of all, because we don't have anything to sell, so there's no need of PR work. We'll just stick to the realities. Okay, so here we go. We are all accustomed to this humdrum of daily existence. The biggest problem with humdrum is that if you translate it into one Hindi word and one English word and add them together, you know what is the meaning of humdrum. Hum, drumming up about ourselves. Hum means we, in Hindi me. My ego is trying to drum itself out. I mean, this is what life is all about. So, in this humdrum of existence that we go through, very often we stop sometimes because of certain experiences, usually experiences which we don't like, which may be painful and sorrowful. So we halt and we say, oh, is this all there is to life? Maybe there's something more. Maybe we should look for it. Then what happens? Then you start reading, start meeting people, start looking at places where you probably feel there must be a way out of this routine. And then you come across people like us, the performers on the stage, like the circus, and Jiddu Krishnamurti did his last talk. He sat for a while and nobody was going. So finally he said, "Sir, the circus is over, please go home." So in this we perform. Sometimes performance is essential for people to pick up some things. Honestly, we don't want to perform, but we have to perform. Why? Because there are many performing. And we don't want you to miss the bus. Right? Okay. So here we go. What is it? What is it actually that we are looking for in life? It's a very simple question. Why do we work? Why do we study? Why do we get married or remain unmarried? Either way. What are we looking for in life? Forget Vedanta, yoga, mysticism, daily life. What are we looking for?
Happiness. Happiness.
Is this your real thought or did you read somewhere?
Real thought.
Okay. So, every one of us, those who don't come for these sessions, those who come for these sessions, all, inside and outside, I think everybody is looking for happiness in some way. Nobody will come here if they think there's going to be unhappiness. We're all looking for that, searching for that happiness in some way. Now the $1 million, no, we shouldn't say dollar here, million dinar question, or dinar? Or dirham, the million dirham question is, do we find it, except occasionally here and there? Is there a deep sense of discontent? Young people, of course, I'm not talking about, they're happy. But we who have grown old, not even old, who are passing through adolescence and then going towards life, deep down, is there a satisfaction in us, or are we still seeking? No harm in seeking. It's quite logical and commonplace, common sense to seek, I understand. But the fact remains that we are still seeking. And as you grow older, when you're a bachelor, and not me, when you're a bachelor, you think, everything is there now, but I'm still not happy. Why? Because I still haven't got a partner. Either girlfriend or wife, whatever. And then I work hard towards that aim. And then I find a partner, husband or wife, as the case may be. Am I happy? Once upon a time, somebody came to Madanapalli and drew a line with a chalk on the floor and said, all married people on that side, or unmarried people here. Many people don't know this. Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, who started the TM, his first class was in Madanapalli. How did he reach Madanapalli? Because he came as an attendant to a sick man who was in the TB sanatorium in Madanapalli. Those days there was no cure for TB. People came to the sanatorium because of the good air, no humidity. And some of them felt better, and they probably died there, but they felt better than living in a place full of humidity and dust and pollution. Even Rabindranath Tagore spent some time in Madanapalli, many people. So, Mr. Saxena, who became later Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, came and spent some time with a friend of his who was suffering from TB in the sanatorium. So he started his first lessons of transcendental meditation in Madanapalli. I'm not trying to make Madanapalli important, I'm just saying. And so once apparently he called all people together, drew a chalk line and said, married people on one side, unmarried on the other. And then he said, those who are not satisfied with their life can step across the line. Here's a line, here are the married, here are the unmarried. So those who are not happy with their stations in life can cross over. Everybody crossed. The married went there and the unmarried came here. So that's not a solution. It's a temporary solution, of course, but it's not a solution. Especially nowadays in the modern world, when you keep getting married again and again. So, if you are happy with one, why would you go for the next one? Please, I am not breaking marriages. I am a happily married man myself. Well, how happy degrees may change, but okay. So, I'm being honest. So, this is life. Then, I desire a job, I desire a position, and I work very hard. Believe me, people who really come to you and ask for help are those who have or at one time had sacks of money and who are now in trouble. In Malayalam we have the money, what do you call it? Some chak. What chak? Panachak. And then suddenly it's gone, or the income tax have come, and so on and so forth, then we are in trouble. You do everything, from politics to business. I think we are still searching. Okay. Then there's the other side, which is fed up of the world. Say, this is the world, it's terrible, and go searching for happiness from guru to guru. That's also there. That's also a circuit. I go there, I think I get something there. Turns out the guy is only interested in my dollars, so I move. I go somewhere else, and this guy is only interested in the euros, and then rupees, and so on. We keep searching. So what is this that we are searching for? Can we find it anywhere outside? Or is it a state of mind? What are we searching? There are people in all these situations, rich, poor, who seem to be happy in some way. Who are these guys? How are they doing that? Because they have found out through experiences of life that the peace, tranquility and happiness that they seek is inside and not outside. It's not dependent on outward circumstances. It's inside. And nothing can bring it about, no miracle can bring it about, no ashes can bring it about. Do you want some? It can come only when the mind understands the truth and says the essence of happiness is inside and not outside. This is the teaching of the Upanishads. This is the teaching of yoga. This is what the ancients have been saying for ages. But we are attracted more by the spectacular things, not by the simplicity of it. It's very simple. Vedantins call it Nivritti Marga as opposed to the Pravritti Marga. Okay, now we will come to a concrete example. Suppose I desire, yesterday I got a nice free ride in a Rolls Royce. I enjoyed it as long as it lasted. Came out and got into a Chevrolet and enjoyed it as long as it lasted. Believe me, there's not much difference except it's more cushioned. This is not. So, suppose I desire to buy a Rolls Royce. Long thing for me. I won't be able to do it. I think in this life or maybe next life. Suppose I desire. And I work very hard towards it. I beg, borrow, steal, bribe, and then finally I get a Rolls Royce. Then I am supremely happy for the time being. Right? For the time being I am supremely happy. Till I go somewhere and see somebody in a Rolls Royce which is gold coated. Oh my God, I didn't know this is there. It's temporary happiness, yes. I'm very satisfied. Now the question which the yogis ask is, this dissatisfaction comes because you have a Rolls Royce in your shed, or is it because when you have acquired what you want or what you think you want, for a short period of time, the mind is no longer craving. Therefore, there is happiness. Which is correct? Is it because I have the car in my shed, or is it because temporarily, because the car is in the shed, perhaps, my mind has stopped craving and groping and trying to catch? It is resting for a short while. When it is resting for a short while, I feel happy. And I think what is responsible for my happiness is what I have acquired. Look at this carefully. Even after you have acquired, if there is no satisfaction, there is no happiness. What's happened is, one time, 2 years, let's say, I was trying hard to get there. I got there. Now I'm not trying hard to get anywhere. So there is happiness for a while, short while. Until my aim again changes and I want something else. It goes on constantly, but like the yogis say, we refuse to look at the fact that the happiness is coming when there is no craving. We think it's because we acquired. And therefore, the great Upanishad, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a car, please. I have a car myself. Don't depend on your happiness for anything outside. That's what I'm trying to say. It's nice to have something convenient, I agree. But don't think that that is going to be the cause of your permanent happiness. This is what we are discussing. It will never be. Even if we have acquired it, we never know when we are going. I've got everything, and then I'm going. Bye. Can anybody stop that? So, is there something? And that thing has to be in us, it cannot be outside. Which is the source and essence of happiness. So that when you understand, when you have that, no matter how interested your husband or wife is in somebody else, you are happy. Because you don't depend on that. Yeah? So, when I say this, there are many people who would be reflecting and say, is he talking about us? No, I'm talking about humanity, please. In general. Me including humanity. So the ancients said that the fragrance that you seek is in you. You think it is outside, it is actually in you. And that fragrance, the good news is that it happens to be your true soul or happiness or your true identity, free of all other distractions. When the mind is free of all distractions, when it settles down tranquil and quiet, then you find the treasure trove of happiness. Somebody said, seek ye first the kingdom of the Lord and the rest shall be added unto you. If you become spiritual, it doesn't mean that you're going to become poor and somebody, there's nothing like that. Rich or poor has nothing to do with this. It's to do with your mind. Whether you're able to free your mind from distractions, whether you're able to fix your attention on your inner self. Nobody outside can give you that. You have to find it yourself. If somebody gives you a copper ring, it's not going to give you happiness. Or a gold ring. Happiness has to be inside you, not outside you. It is to be not found in any material object, but in the inner essence. This is the essence. Actually, this is enough. Satsang is over. But it's not over, but because we like to find out how. You said it, but how? How do we do it? Is it so simple or is it complex? I say it's very simple. First, understand this theoretically. For that you don't have to change your station in life, you have to do nothing. Understand this fact.